Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official online celebration of the 244th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence. My name is Alex Cotton, Assistant Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy in Antananarivo, and I will be your virtual Master of Ceremony. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us virtually to celebrate this important day. We will begin with the presentation of the colors by the United States Marine Corps Detachment, followed by the Madagascar and United States national anthems.
March on the colors! Present arms! The colors!
Thank you. We will now have remarks from His Excellency Michael Peltier, Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of Madagascar and the Union of Comoros, followed by remarks from His Excellency Jacoba Liva Tianjanarivelu, Minister of Foreign Affairs representing the Government of the Republic of Madagascar.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, all of those joining us from near and far, thank you for joining, or rather logging on, as we celebrate the 244th anniversary of the independence of the United States of America. Despite the physical distance that separates us today, we thought it was important that we find a way to come together to show that the ties between the US and Madagascar are as strong as ever. This year, around the world, Independence Day celebrations for many of us, including those of us here in Madagascar or in the United States, will be different from those in the past. From barbecues with friends to virtual toasts, from patriotic face paints to protective face coverings, from festive fireworks to frustrating firewalls. And while we may not be lighting lanterns or sparklers on the streets together, the light that represents our unwavering friendship shines bright and will continue to illuminate our paths forward. Last year, as I celebrated my first ambassadorial July 4th with you in this beautiful country, I recognized that we would face challenges together. And here we are today in the midst of a global pandemic, one of the biggest crises and challenges of our generation. I would like to take this opportunity to remember those who have lost their lives to COVID-19, Americans, Malagasy, and others. I would also like to recognize and offer my most sincere appreciation to all of the brave health workers and other first responders working tirelessly on the front lines during these uncertain and difficult times. In the midst of this health crisis, we also face huge economic challenges. And in the United States, we are witnessing a strong public demand for justice and equality, a demand for us to live up to our founding values and principles, that we are all created equal with certain inalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as is enshrined in our Declaration of Independence. And so, while July 4th is a time to celebrate, it is also an opportunity to reflect on those values and on the principles to which we aspire as we strive together to make ours an ever more perfect union. In 1776 and in 1960, our two countries faced uncertainty with courage and bold visions as we moved forward into our independence. Now in 2020, we again face great uncertainty due to the pandemic and all of its effects. Yet we must continue to move forward together with courage and with a bold vision to make the world better, stronger, and more resilient. We are all in this together. By working together and building on our strengths, we will continue to accomplish great things, and we will emerge stronger and more resilient, rising above doubt and cynicism. As you say in the Malagasy proverb, Nimitabe tsi lanini mamba. Together, there are no challenges that we cannot overcome. And so today, I think it is right for us to take a moment to recognize all of the great things that we have done together as we continue to build a better, safer, and more prosperous world for our peoples. We will continue to promote good governance, to fight corruption, and to support free and fair elections. We will continue to fight human trafficking and to address other human rights issues like child labor. We will continue to advance commercial ties and economic development through our embassy deal team, facilitating trade and investment in key sectors, particularly as we all recover from the impacts of COVID-19. Our humanitarian and development assistance through USAID, the largest bilateral donor in Madagascar's health sector, remains more important now than ever. I was pleased to announce recently the United States' $2.5 million contribution to address the COVID-19 outbreak here in Madagascar. In 2019, in Madagascar, the United States government provided nearly 1.5 million children under 5 with nutrition-specific interventions. It enabled over 46,000 people to have access to potable water and 222,000 people to gain access to basic sanitation. In the village of Savutsianjiro, a USAID project built a new water treatment facility, which is delivering clean water to 8,000 people, including Vuhangi Rasunantanaine and her 4 children. Madame Rasunantanaine used to have to walk 2 hours a day to get clean water for her family, and now she says The fountain is right in front of my home, and I can get as much water as I need whenever I need it. This is one of the many ways America works in partnership with Madagascar to improve the daily lives of the Malagasy people. We will also continue to support the Malagasy Defense Restructuring and Reform Initiative, a fundamental part of a multifaceted U.S. effort to help Madagascar embrace its blue economy. And we will continue to foster collaboration and friendship as we promote education, food security, and good health through the work of our Peace Corps volunteers, who, like many of our colleagues, are eager to return to this beautiful country as conditions allow. Friends, let us remember that out of uncertainty comes opportunity. Just as our founding fathers were uncertain what the future would bring on July 4th, 1776, and just as Madagascar was uncertain of what lay ahead on June 26, 1960, our nations persevered through this uncertainty in view of a better life for all. President Abraham Lincoln once said that the best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. So let us not run away from uncertainty, but embrace it head on together, one day at a time. As the old adage says, this too shall pass. And as the Malagasy expression reminds us, awanantini mangidi numisi ni mami. Misoch tupuku, arimanova feti sambach.
Excellences, Messieurs Michael Peter Pelletier, ambassadeur des États-Unis d'Amérique auprès de la République de Madagascar et de l'Union des Comores. Aujourd'hui, dans le monde entier, les citoyens des États-Unis d'Amérique célèbrent le 244e anniversaire de la déclaration d'indépendance de leur pays. C'est un privilège pour moi de vous adresser, au nom du président de la République de Madagascar, Son Excellence M. André Rajoelina, du gouvernement et du peuple malagasy, et en mon nom personnel, nos plus chaleureuses félicitations à l'endroit de Son Excellence M. Donald Trump, président des États-Unis d'Amérique, ainsi que nos vœux de bonheur et de prospérité au peuple américain. Cette année, la pandémie qui sévit dans le monde entier et qui affecte tous les aspects de notre vie nous offre peu d'occasions de nous réjouir. C'est cependant l'occasion de raffermir nos liens en tant que pays ami. Aussi, j'aimerais exprimer la solidarité du peuple malagasy à l'endroit du peuple américain qui a été durement éprouvé par cette pandémie. Très récemment, les États-Unis d'Amérique ont soutenu Madagascar par un don non remboursable de 2 500 000 $ destiné à la lutte contre le Covid-19. En ces temps difficiles pour tous les pays, j'aimerais renouveler toute la reconnaissance du gouvernement et du peuple malagasy pour ce geste de solidarité. Cet appui est apprécié et vient à point nommé face à la persistance de la pandémie. Ces efforts rentrent dans un cadre plus global que le président de la République de Madagascar a dénommé Plan Marshall, pour rappeler symboliquement le plan de relance que les États-Unis d'Amérique ont mis en œuvre en faveur d'une Europe profondément meurtrie à la fin de la Seconde Guerre mondiale. Depuis 1867, année du premier accord signé entre nos deux pays, nos relations se sont développées sur la base du respect mutuel et de la fraternité entre nos deux peuples. L'État malagasy poursuit ses efforts pour réduire la pauvreté et atténuer les effets désastreux de la pandémie sur la vie des citoyens malagasy et sur l'économie nationale. Et il est heureux de constater que les États-Unis continuent à soutenir Madagascar à plusieurs titres. Il en est ainsi du financement de certains secteurs sociaux qui permet de soutenir le gouvernement malagasy dans l'amélioration de la situation des droits fondamentaux pour les enfants, les femmes et la population rurale du pays. Grâce à la poursuite de l'AGOA, Madagascar continue de bénéficier d'une balance commerciale positive dans le commerce avec les États-Unis. Plusieurs entreprises américaines ont investi et se sont installées à Madagascar ces dernières années. Dans plusieurs domaines d'activité, relevant du secteur public comme du privé, les anciens diplômés des universités américaines et les anciens stagiaires aux États-Unis mettent leurs compétences hautement appréciées au service du développement national. D'un autre côté, les membres de la diaspora malagasy contribuent discrètement et brillamment pour certains au dynamisme de l'économie américaine. La multiplication des échanges de savoir et d'expérience entre nos citoyens ne pourra que bénéficier à nos pays et nos générations futures. Pour conclure, je voudrais adresser mes remerciements particuliers à Monsieur l'ambassadeur Michael Pelletier et à l'équipe de l'ambassade des États-Unis à Antananarivo pour leur engagement quotidien et sans faille pour l'amélioration des relations entre nos deux pays et leur souhaiter un succès continu, individuellement et professionnellement. Vive l'amitié entre les États-Unis d'Amérique et Madagascar. God bless America and Madagascar.
Thank you, Ambassador Pelletier. Thank you, Excellency. And now, it is my honor to introduce the United States Navy Band performing the Stars and Stripes Forever.
Arabaina Tratrini, Asaramani Trini Ifatra Jolai. Happy 4th of July from the U.S. Naval Forces Africa Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony in honor of the United States Independence Day. Once again, on behalf of the Embassy of the United States in Antananarivo, thank you for joining us virtually from far and wide. Misacha Betsika.